Welcome to Horseshoe Huddle here at Sports Illustrated. Kim Becker and Jake Arthur are here today to give you guys some fantasy player profiles on the Indianapolis Colts. Jake, we're going to talk about running backs today. Who you got?
Yep, so the Colts have quite the star on their roster when it comes to fantasy. Jonathan Taylor, the second-year back, he's pretty much a first-round lock in most fantasy drafts that you're probably seeing lately. He's expected to be a big star. He finished last year as the third leading rusher in the NFL. He's been productive everywhere he's been, college, now the pros, so there's not a lot not to like. People's main concern is the Colts' other running backs eating into his touches and everything. Nyheim Hines and Marlon Mack. The Colts did re-sign Marlon Mack, who, of course, is another 1,000-yard back. But they've shown in the past that if they've got a guy who's got a hot hand and he's rolling and he's playing like a star, they'll primarily feed him the carries. They did that with Marlon Mack in 2019. So, I mean, as long as Taylor is looking productive again, I'm really not worried about the other guys eating into his snaps so much that it's going to affect his fantasy value much. Now, of course, one guy who will take away some of that steam, of course, on passing downs is Nahim Hines. He's been their primary passing down back since he's been around in 2018. He's actually among Colts running backs in franchise history. He has more receptions in his first 3 years than anybody. And he's right up there, with the receivers as well, pretty close. I think he's like third or so. So he's definitely someone in PPR leagues you want to keep an eye on. He's pretty much startable in the flex most weeks. He was a lot more productive as a runner last year as well. So Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines, Taylor, of course, you're probably never going to see him go later than the second round in any of your drafts. First round almost every time. Hines is someone you can get later, especially if you're taking a zero running back approach and you're looking for guys who catch the ball. He's a perfect fit for you.
Man, but I just think the running back is such a vital position when it comes to fantasy. I'm no huge fantasy expert, but I've played a little bit in my day, and I feel like running backs is like such an important part.
Yeah, it is. It's not as deep as receiver or anything like that. So it's almost like you have to if you've got the chance to get a marquee running back, you have to get them early because the drop off is just so substantial. Otherwise, you might as well wait till later and just get some guys that catch passes to try and salvage your roster.
Yeah. My gosh. Yeah. Well, true. Hey, this is great stuff, Jake, and everybody watching. Make sure that you stay tuned because Jake's going to hit most of the position groups when it comes to these player fantasy profiles. Jake, thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thanks.